How you doing, man?
I think you're doing a lot better. Doing a lot better. And we're live. Welcome, everybody, to the OneLoveDTube from the heart
That means
live stream.
So that means I'm shutting up now.
No, I know. You keep going, brother. You're part of the show. So if you could alert everybody for me from the heart tag in from the heart to bring everybody in, I will continue on for today's show. We're just kind of chilling out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, boss.
Okay, boss.
As my post hinted at earlier today, I am kind of taking that position on a little bit as I can try lead the community onto accomplishing something. So, I don't mind you calling me boss, but be known that I am not actually in control. You guys lead the way as much as I do. I'm just echoing your influence that you wish to see. So let me put the music back on and we'll chill out and wait for some people to show up. If there's anything you want to discuss, feel free to bring it up. Free flow show today. Just going to be pumping some background music. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? Looking. Good to see ya.
Hello, dude. How are you?
Good, buddy. Good. You enjoying your day?
Hey, Yasin bro. Oh, Nazul bro. Doing so nice.
I like your background.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Right on. You got yourself a green screen going on. Yes, Shuvo?
Actually, maybe last night I also tell this. Nazul bro also tell me he also tried to create a room such a well decorated. You almost look this. He also told me few minutes ago and last night also told me. That's why I also share with you. Actually, I'm impressed.
Very awesome.
Thanks, Shivo. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
That's takes a bit of work to put together a little studio area. I mean, I've put a lot of work into mine, but I'm obsessive when it comes to doing things like these. I obsess about the creative aspect. So like I lined it up so I got a corner, so I got depth to my shot, and then I have like angles so it's not straight on, and there's a lot of thought that went into it, but the outcome isn't anywhere near as good as you could achieve with a simple green screen or having a off-color white background, right? And then you get the effect of the green screen behind you, like what Looking's doing there. And it's all software, but it really adds that effect. So my big effect I go for is this blurring. So if you look at my camera, I love the blurring effect. But the only issue I have is that then the effort I put into my background around the outside is lost. So like you can't see the detail of my background. So there's a camera there, but if I had a really expensive camera, you wouldn't know what it is. But that's, it cleans it up nice.
It's like the microphone is quite important too, that you can listen to the dude.
That's right. You got to have that microphone in the shot. A nice big black one coming right at my face here for you guys. At least it doesn't have a red tip anymore. There's no red helmet on it. I think you're the only one that caught that, dude.
Hey, Kala. Welcome.
How you doing, Brett? We got Brett chatting in on Facebook. Good to see my messages are all working properly so I could hear you or see you. I don't know if I could respond. Are you getting chat coming through on your end, Brett? Because we got the community. You could see it in the stream. I'm curious. That'd be awesome if you could tell me. Brett. That's Brett Blue on Hive, on Smoke. He is a smoke witness. I run your witness for you still, Brett. You're still a witness. Good. He could hear me good. Yeah, I've been fiddling with my bots. I didn't realize I had the Restream chat bot goofed up on permissions, so now we can relay all the chats again. So I got like 13 different platforms or something all streaming around. Let me bring that up. I'm curious to...
But you're on 13 different platforms, you say?
Yeah.
Right now?
We are 2 of the same platform on a couple. 13 different channels, I think. Let me count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So we're on 11. I'm too short.
11. You got 10 listeners.
And it looked like No Live didn't work. So I'm on 10. And the second Periscope didn't work for the One Love channel. So we're actually streaming live to 9. It's a bit of a awesome tool. I love it, Restream.
Look, I'm Shubho.
Yeah, Shubho, what's going on?
Look, actually, maybe you was active in Facebook.
Oh yeah, I'm everywhere.
Also,
that's how we're streaming there.
Share your Facebook. It is possible to share your Facebook link?
I could. Why would I want to do that?
Sorry? I can't
Why would I want to do that? I got you here in Discord. This is where I want you guys. You guys all got to come into Discord.
Actually, I am also engaged everywhere. That's why I have a lot of social. I have engaged a lot of social platforms. That's why I also tell you.
I know. I'm being a smart aleck. Oh, that didn't look right. Let's see. What does that bring up? Oh, that is right. Okay.
Who in the heaven has still some Facebook account?
I do. I use it for promotion mainly. Brett would agree. I'm not so active over there. I basically just use it for promoting links and trying to connect with people because they're not anywhere else. Most of the people I know are still in Facebook very, very deeply. Yeah, Brett's still he is. I've introduced him to Hive. I've introduced him to Steam, Smoke. You know, he's active in other crypto things, but the social crypto doesn't quite seem to be up his alley. There's a lot to learn, and it takes a heavy investment of time and energy. He is big on Facebook groups, and we have a group that he's managing with a little team that we kicked off as an idea together. The group is a little raffle group, crypto-oriented, and it's doing great. But to host something like that on the blockchain, the problem of privacy comes into play because it is a private group. So we can't really operate it in the same way without then having to educate all the people how to protect themselves. That is a big barrier of this decentralization and the platforms. You know, I can introduce people, but we have all sorts of complications. As Brett says, it's a lot more difficult than just promoting. You know, you have to know how to write a post. You have to know how to do the markdown, video editing, image editing, whatever it takes. It's not just starting a group, click of the button. You know, to start a Hive community, you have to create an account. You have to then manage the community. You have to organize in a decentralized space, which decentralization works against organization, it seems. So you have to create the systems to be able to do it. But the group that Brett started, like Brett and I kicked off with his team, the people that he's brought on, it's just taken off, right? And that's kind of what I'm trying to do for OneLoveDTube, but we're having to really attack that issue of decentralization, how to get people past the barrier of sign up and the fears that they have for our platforms, as well as like tools to maybe make it easier going into the future. That'll be a huge thing.
Maybe dude, I also find you in Facebook.
Yeah, thank you. I'm on I have my personal account. Yeah, that's me, double the BS.
But I can't request you. Why?
I don't know. I don't use Facebook so much. You should be able to friend me or leave a message or something, and I'll try friend you.
Actually, I also message you.
Can I friend you on 13 different platforms?
Yes, you may. Only you, dude. Only you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Gonna try now.
What you do is you go to dookie.com/link, and I'm going to list all, I think, 26 different platforms that I'm on, and you could just go follow them all.
Well, only if you respond on each one.
The sad part is I do.
Oh man, but no wonder you never sleep, eh?
I'm trying to learn. Part of what I'm doing is not just like my own sake of building a persona. Part of it is like, yeah, all of us, every single one of us are trying to build a persona. We're either following our passion or building a business or a brand or just having fun, but there is a persona. So like, yeah, the angle of it is going to be interesting, I think. I'm not allowed? You're allowed. You could, you two, I'm Mystic. Allowed. Okay, so the two of you are allowed. What I'm learning by... Go ahead, Shuvo.
Actually, I also try to add friend, but I can't. I also message you Facebook.
Okay, really? Yeah, after the show, when I get back to Facebook, probably tonight, I'll look at it next. I'll follow you all back that message me and whatnot. Let's get engaged.
Hey Duke, I have shared a question, if you don't mind.
Brett chatting in about maybe a step forward would possibly be something along the lines of a support, like FB, for example. Users legit have to post and not worry about setting things up. Everyone wants ease of access. I agree with that, and they are focused on trying to create a simple way of getting in. Part of the thing is sign up. The biggest thing that they have to deal with right off the bat is signups. So when you sign up to Facebook, you could just go sign up, gives you passwords, blah, 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 blah. You're done. Profile setups all about the same. Account setups kind of the same. A little bit more understanding needed for our blockchain platforms, but you invest double the time, you get the same result. The issue is the sign up. Number one, how we control with keys, people not understanding, losing their passwords. Second step is the fact that people need crypto to be able to operate on the platforms. So once we tackle those two kind of steps, we should be able to really enable DTube to onboard people and then for people to be active on the platform. You know, but I'm learning by being active on all these different platforms that each one has its own unique way of tackling problems. And one thing that we have an issue of, and this is something that was solved at the very early days of the internet, is the fact that people need to be accountable for their actions. If nobody's accountable for your actions, then you essentially foster negative behavior. And I stumbled across a TikTok post, ended up bringing it up in leader chat, which was discussing this very thing, you know, people leaving comments being like, well, it's just going to be a negative behavior resource that people will be able to do all the things that they want to that will not be accepted elsewhere. And to some extent it's true, but community curation comes into play to take away rewards and remove the incentive to do so. There is a little bit deeper issue to this where we have enabled censorship resistance on the platform. You could say or do whatever you want. That's free speech. But I believe there's a secondary aspect to this concept of free speech, which is freedom of consumption. People need to be free to choose what they consume and not be force-fed the content that they don't want. Once we tackle those three things, I believe DTube is ready for mainstream. How long it takes us, I don't know, but I believe most of the people are geared towards trying to create something that is a sellable product. You know, as a content creator, you want the platform to support you, not you support the platform. Need to develop the steps to make that more feasible, but you know, my journey has been support from the platform while I support the platform. Yeah, I agree with Dude. It would be really excellent to have everybody communicating what free speech actually is, and I believe we are kind of moving into a time of defining what free speech means for each person. You know, free speech means most of the time ability to say or do whatever, but the sense of accountability, you know.
Yeah. The thing about free speech to me is like today, one of the problems is like people impose their free speech in question, you know, this Dr. Evil thing. Like, they impose free speech, and that to me is abuse. It's no free speech. I haven't asked, so why the hell should I listen? If I don't want to listen, I do not listen. But then they force you to listen to their free speech, and to me that's not free speech anymore. That's just abuse of somebody imposing his point of view.
Yeah, great point. Brett chiming in, he's saying he's noticing a lot of people don't understand wallets. That is, especially with our social platform, because we don't have the normal style wallet. We have a web wallet linked to your account, and that gets confusing for some people. I heard there's solutions in development to make this easier to understand and utilize in a mobile way. We're just fingers crossed and hoping developers get it tackled in a timely manner. And Canada definitely does have free speech at the expense of being socially acceptable. As you notice, I take a long time to say the things that I might be think might be controversial. That is something I've learned is the only way to project your message and not ostracize yourself. When you're, especially if you're tackling a hard subject, and this is something I believe the early Black movement understood, and I'm gonna probably stick my foot in my mouth here, but they understood the difference between the outcome of a peaceful protest and the only outcome that violence can have. If you look through history, you overthrow a government through violence, it doesn't last. The revolution has to come in a peaceful manner from the inside out. And essentially, they used the system's tools of suppression by boycotting the buses. I believe ultimately that's what made the big emphasis on making change, is like boycott the buses, and they use the tools of suppression against them because the public transit system is dependent on that income. So if you have anything to hold above them, you withdraw what you have that they want. And that's how you entice the needed change. Adding anything to that equation is only adding fuel to the fire. So you have to withdraw to take control, is kind of my emphasis on that one, on free speech. Yeah, Canadian expression. That's a great way of putting how I tend to put it, Brett. Yeah, we don't have free speech. Then again, I think that is more a way of defining what free speech really is. Do you really want everybody to have free speech, or do you want people to have freedom of expression? I think I would lean more towards the freedom of expression. Because I really don't think that it's helpful for society to have someone uttering slurs in any manner. It's a more productive way of, you could convey that exact same message using a medium of conversation that isn't destructive to the conversation.
Free speech to me, like, it's a lot of work with oneself. You got be impeccable with your own word to yourself. It's not just to the others. It starts with oneself, to be honest and truthful and respectful with oneself, especially with the communication you have with yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great way of putting it.
While free speech is then automatic. If you understand yourself what free speech, respect, impeccable word and communication is, you will not use something bad against others because you self understand it. That to me is one big problem we have. In our society, we are not educated to have free speech or to be respectful against the others. We are educated in a rivalry system. You need to be better than your neighbor, and you have to win, and he has to lose. And we have all the communication and the way to speak to each other with that.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, going too deep.
No, you actually got my brain going. All right, Looking, thanks for joining us, buddy. It's always good to see you. Looking good. Yeah, no, you got me thinking. It's almost as if we have forgotten the responsibility of free speech. We expect the privilege, we expect the right, but we have forgotten the responsibility which comes with it. The concept of impregnating the global consciousness with your word, I guess, is kind of how Dude is trying to describe it. You need to be one with yourself, with your word, to stand behind your word, but it needs to be presented in that manner that has the outcome you wish to see. So if you wish to see slurs and everything being projected within society, then that's what you project forward. Whereas if you wish to see understanding, then you manifest that reality. Corona COVID coming in. Free speech as you express yourself and others disagree. Canadian free speech as you express yourself. All agree and you go to jail. I like that. I like that. Thank you for chat, Dad. Good one. Sadly, it kind of is true. Unless you're very careful of how you express yourself. But is this not the means we're moving society? If let's think out of the box here. Okay, so yeah, no, Brett, fuck is a good example. I'll say fuck. I don't care. Good example. It scares and excites people. But
Look.
Its overall view is negative. So let's think outside the box a little bit here. If the problem of expression of free speech came about when the internet evolved and then the concept of people needing to be accountable for what they say exploded, would not the direction that free speech be moving be somewhere along the lines of people then being accountable for what they do say in the online space? Great example. You say something bad, you get, censor culture. They cancel culture your ass and push you off the internet. Not the best result or way for it to happen, but this seems to be the direction that our natural form of communication is going. More understanding, but it has taken a complete breakdown and polarization of our systems to then entice the needed change. We wouldn't have people looking for censorship resistance if they weren't being censored for saying things that they believed to be true in the first place. Now, some of those people aren't even projecting a negative viewpoint. It's all about education, with a big question mark at the end. That, to me, should not be censored. Now, if that person is calling out the other party, let's say, and trying to demean them for their beliefs or whatever without any proof of their own to disprove any argument brought forward, that's a different story.
Well, censorship is just another word for dictatorship, to me.
It is. Dictatorship of thoughts. Yeah, Brett's saying freedom of expression came from the internet, not freedom of speech. That's a valid point.
Duke, sorry for interrupt. Actually, what kind of topic you also tell this right now?
Oh, we're just kind of rambling about free speech. What it means.
Free speech means freedom.
But doesn't mean complete freedom. I asked the hard question. I think it actually means being responsible for your word. To put it in a single sentence. You must be responsible for your word.
I do not really agree on that one. That would be, no, free speech is just the liberty to say what you want to say. It's
very complex, Duke. Everyone mind is very changeable, and it's literally tell about this topic is very complex for me, because my minds and other minds not to adjust, because my point of view and your point of view totally different, and that's why I believe everyone need when freedom and independent.
Yeah, what that is, it's a kind of a fundamental fundamental need of humanity that we have a sense of freedom, sense of belonging and love. You know, everybody needs to be loved. As I was saying to Prion, it's hard to place the idea I'm trying to convey within different cultures. There'll be a different need of freedom of expression and speech based on the situations we have at hand, but I'd like to believe that we're moving towards peace. That is like the end goal of society and everybody, and whether or not those in power wish for us to be at peace, we're going to get there eventually. Think before I lip. I like to talk off the cuff. Nobody gets hurt by me. I can ask hard questions. Feel free to argue. No insult intended. I only wish to make you think. Thank you for being here, Sunita.
Hello. Am I audible? Hello.
Yeah,
How you doing?
you're loud and
Yeah.
clear.
Okay. Yeah, Duke. I just joined the platform, but what I just understood that you just want to say that every human being should think before they leap, because sometimes what happened that when we talk about anything, we didn't think about the person whom we are actually talking about, and we don't actually value their sentiment, and we just go and we just talk about our what would I say that we just continue we love to share our opinion. We never think about those people whom we are talking about. Actually, I believe every human being should think twice before they proceed their opinion, or just to say something about anything. So I also believe in that you should respect everyone, whether he is junior or senior or anybody, right? So that is exactly I always keep it in my mind. So that is why I just write it down here, that every time we must think twice before we leave.
Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you for explaining. I wasn't thinking about what you wrote too well. I was caught up with reading the other comments here. We got Corona COVID chatting in from YouTube. Farting in a restaurant full of customers isn't free speech. Expressing disagreement through word is. It depends. Now, if you're trying to convey an idea with your action within that restaurant that it happens to be farting, is that not freedom of expression? If you are conveying that message, then essentially that is a form of free speech. Speech being spoken word usually, but free communication? You know? Liberty of life, as dude puts it. Yeah. I express myself everywhere I go. Thus the name Dookie. And dropping a Dookie live for you here now today. So I stick my foot in my mouth, left, right, and center. Oh, you're getting vaccinated looking.
Yeah.
Let's bring that up for you guys. Looking good. I haven't gotten the opportunity to go in for any vaccinations or anything yet. The fiance, I think, will be forced to go do it as a food service employee. Who knows? I might end up having to go as well.
But I would like to say, looking that, please don't forget to wear the mask. I know that you took the vaccine, but then also don't forget to wear the mask when it's necessary.
I think they actually make you take it off to do testing. They like test your saliva, and they do like a nose swab, and usually they do like ear test with like temperature, and there's a bunch of things. They mark down all your information so that there's a reference for them to go from, I think.
Appreciate.
Blood pressure and all that stuff, yeah. So, anything else you guys want me to cover for today?
Yeah, could we talk about the names? Because they call you Dookie, you call yourself Dookie, but the people say Duke. So every time I hear Duke, I think they talk about me, you know. So the Dookie and Dude, we have a problem here. Also,
Yeah, actually,
I
Duke,
I need to talk about that with you. So we have to find a solution for that, you know.
How about we just merge ourselves and we'll be one and the same, and then the problem's solved?
Does that hurt?
Look, I also interrupt. Sorry for interrupt. Actually, I also tell this word a few days ago, but I also cannot explain this properly. Actually, Dude also explain this properly in this day. Maybe you are not Duke or Dookie. Dookie. Exact, Dookie.
Yeah, I'm Dookie. No, that's really the easiest way to do it, guys, because it is Dookie, but the way I spell it is called Leet Chat, because I'm so old. I'm going back to the day of MIRC when Leet Chat was cool. You know, I spelt my name. It started as Rookie, like Rookie of the Year, hockey kind of idea. R00K13. And my native friend up in Alaska with a heavy accent just couldn't pronounce it. It always came out weird. Oftentimes it sounded like Dookie. So I just took on that name and it kind of stuck.
So my opinion, how we adjust to call free to call you Duke or Dookie. How?
Well, I think Dude would prefer Dookie, but you're free to call me whatever. You could even call me by my first name.
It's written Dookie. It's Dookie.com, and it's written Dookie. It's not written Duke. It's written Dookie. 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 And that's the thing.
Okay,
you go outside with your dog.
I understand.
And he drops a Dookie.
That's right.
Yeah, but one of the
or like Brett says, you could call me Cameo.
No. That I can't see the cameo. No.
That was my name before, Cameo the Dragon.
But when I know Duke, Dookie, are you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. I heard anime too there. I think you need your microphone a little closer,
when I know
Anime.
When I know you, maybe 2 years ago, then the time I also call you Duke, but right now it's really a little bit uncomfortable for me call you Dookie, but hopefully it's also adjust.
Just don't think about saying poop. You're not saying poop. It's my name. It's not poop.
Dropping a dookie.
I tried getting.
Do that also here. That's why I'll call you Dookie. Okay.
Yeah.
Dookie and Dude.
You guys should all know Girl Gone Crypto on Instagram, formerly known as Steam Sisters on DTube, and Chorus Kate. I think she's still active as one of her accounts, but not all of them. I tried my damnedest to get her to say my full name, Dookie, and I got a video of it. Finally, they acknowledged that they were saying it incorrectly on camera. That was priceless. But that actually triggered a little situation where no one wanted to say my name. I find it amusing. It's like...
Can I ask you something, Duke?
Yeah, go ahead.
Isn't your other name Cam Stubbs?
My full name, yeah, Cam Stubbs.
Oh, that's your full name. I thought it was
Yep.
an artist name also. So
No.
your artistic name is Dookie.
Yeah,
With
Dookie.com.
That's your artist.
My
Maybe Dookie is
persona.
nickname.
Persona. I think it's a persona. Corona saying, want to call me Shirley? I thinking of Shirley, there's this awesome frickin' restaurant out here, guys. Victoria, heading out towards Souk. Shirley Delicious. They're from Salt Spring Island originally. I knew them over there. The barista used to make the best frickin' chai latte that I have ever frickin' come across. We'd drive all the way down into Fulford just to go get a chai latte, like every day. When they left the island, we were upset. Discovered him on a random drive, driving out Port Renfrew, doing the Renfrew loop, coming back down to Victoria. We wanted to stop somewhere, happened to see the place, stopped in. They weren't open yet. We were there like days before they opened. And luckily we were, because we got like the entire walk around, greet, thank you, how's it going? Make sure you come back when we're open. But it was such an amazing thing to see that someone had gone from being in a place of hardship, landed a job, recovered, turned their life around on Salt Spring Island, and then continued on to start their own business out in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere, so that they could get away from society and all the problems that they were dealing with, being stuck within society, and they're living their dream, like, all the way through COVID. Nothing has hindered them. Where they are located, people go and drive to get away from the cities, so every day, they are slammed. Yeah, Corona COVID. Yes, it is in Canada. I like chai. I really do like chai latte. Chai meaning masala. They do their own mix of a chai. They make it from scratch, ordering their own ingredients at Shirley Delicious, right? One of their ingredients is actually shipped in, so it's like authentic spicing, I believe. Don't know a whole lot of details beyond that. Brett asking if I'm busy tomorrow. I have the Curation Bonanza tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. here, One Love. After that, I don't think I'm doing too much. So, Brett, if you wanted to ping me at like 10 tomorrow, I'll be around.
Oh yeah. Tomorrow is Thursday.
Tuesday.
I understand. Thursday. Oh yeah.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yes. Tuesday is yes, is your curation day. I forget. Okay.
We've had a good result in the curation room. Scroll down here and I'll pull it up for you guys. I'm pretty impressed. Curation team has been
Dookie,
pulling through for me.
Friend,
Yeah.
actually, for random user, for general user purposes, since next day your curation day, what kind of message for through normal user purposes? What kind of thing you priority for your curation?
Priority? Well, we'll be doing the pin list. We have 12 pins from the curation team.
Maybe last Tuesday you also tell maybe 10 posts you also curate.
And I'll be trying to do an engagement hustle. I realized last week that it was like, okay, there's no emphasis behind votes. If you don't have any VP, then it doesn't benefit you at all. So this week's curation engagement hustle, all of the 12 pins that we have going, I'm going to encourage you guys to go comment, and I'll vote you and send you whatever the hell I make off of voting you. So you're going to earn some DTC straight into your wallet right away.
Can I ping myself?
Actually, it's not my purposes. Actually, it's also purposes for normal DTube user purposes. Those who recently joined. That's why I also tell you what kind of topic you also prefer to your curation purposes, such as for example, you also tell for use DTube Snap, OneLoveDTube tag, and others. Actually, I also tell this kind of issue also matter for your curation purposes.
No, we curate content that has been submitted by the curation team. So the entire curation team is working to curate content on the entire platform. Basically, you just want to create the highest quality content, get our attention of the curation team. Someone on the team has to pin your post, and then we'll do a curation highlight. So it really is up to the curation team, not me.
Oh yeah, I understand.
So feel free to chat in, guys. It's like, what do I look for a pin? Things that I would be highlighting are things that are going to promote DTube. In future, I'll be asking for DTube snaps relevant to a topic. As my video went up, I'm looking at like how-to videos, tutorials, that kind of idea, but then asking people for translations, because I can't do translations. You guys, some of you guys know multiple languages, so, you know, who knows? There might be opportunity to knock off a couple bounties each. Idea being, the curation bonanza is about the content that you're creating. It's not about getting you to create content for anything. The DTube Snap, on the other hand, it's its own separate thing, but we're going to highlight the DTube Snaps on the curation bonanza as well while we're live. They just won't be included in the reward voting per se. They will be included in the engagement hustle though. They'll have an opportunity for the curation big votes. But that one, the big votes are actually up to Bird. Bird, he let him go and pick from what we offer, how he figures to vote. Seems to work pretty good so far.
I know. Actually, I also tell this not for my purposes. Actually, you almost know Dookie. I also share this kind of information with my native user, not native user, not those people are also coming to join DTube. I also share this kind of information with these guys. That's why I also tell you. That's it. Because recent time, maybe 3 or 4 new users also try to come there. Hopefully, they also joining your show. That's why I also tell you. Maybe Shimu Bhabi and Yasin brother also still here. They are also uh, shared this journey about DTube journey with his friends. Actually, in this day, when I discuss, and then the time Yasin brother tell me, actually, he also uh, shared this news with his friends. Maybe he also as soon as join your show. So that's why I also tell what kind of thing priority to post curate purposes.
Oh yeah, no, I know. It's not really about trying to get anything in particular. Support what you love to do, right? You know, best way to describe it is by highlighting the authors we got in here today. You know, so I think most of us have all been supported on the Curation Bonanza at least once. Anime for the World tends to make music videos, anime music videos. Shumo was doing empowerment speeches, lessons, kind of along the same lines that I would do, trying to really inject society with a philosophy that empowers them. Shuvo, you're very lifestyle content, right? You make.
Thank you so much.
You just share the life that you're living.
Yeah.
And then we got Sanita, which is just starting out, but doing along the same lines, lifestyle kind of content. And Yasin seems to be on the verge of tackling something new, seeing how his stream is progressing. But we had Looking. Looking is one of those creators that is also converting their style of content. Like myself, I'm moving from doing my usual lifestyle vlogging like everybody does to now like live streaming. This live stream's a good example with a semi-professional looking setup, minus anime staring off into the abyss there. Hi, buddy. Yeah, you're on screen, by the way.
That's been Dookie.
Yeah.
That's been best answer is if Yasin brother friends meet with Arch, then first thing interaction. So if we invite this Discord server with him, then he easily interaction with us. That's the main point.
Yeah. It's always best to come right through to the Discord server. I didn't mention at the beginning of today's show, but seems like the chat's working, which was good. So we can engage with our audience again. That's huge, because I'm streaming to all the different platforms at once. We're going to get my personal chat, so don't mind my friends coming in and chiming in, and whoever this COVID person is, I'm not sure who that is. Corona COVID. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate your engagement. Don't take anything I say to offense.
Shimu Bhabi, can you hear me? Shimu Bhabi?
Yeah, Shimu bro.
Maybe I also tell you, actually, if it is possible, then you also share to invite this link, maybe Yasin's 5 friends. Right now I also forget it. Yes, real short Elias.
I can't understand. Please tell
okay.
again.
Okay. Thank you, Duke. I need sleep.
Yeah, I was gonna say you sound like you're getting tired, buddy. It was like 4 a.m.
Actually,
there.
not tired. I need tight sleep cause next morning I go my office, city area. That's why I need sleep.
Shuvo, send you love. I'm sending you love. Like big love.
uh,
Duki, I just want to say one thing. As you know that I just newly joined this platform, and I'm not so used to about the video. I'm not comfortable actually, and I just shoot those videos on my mobile. So maybe I'm not that much professional. So please, I just please um, give me some time so that I can improve myself. I'm just trying to
Oh,
just uh, improving myself, but right now I'm not so comfortable. So, as my nephew, I just recorded one video again about my nephew because I don't know what to say and what to do. And as you people are very much comfortable, and you just right now, as you are just speaking casually and normally, I'm not that much comfortable in a video, so it will take some time. So that is my point. But I can promise that I will improve myself as the time goes.
well, that's all anybody could ask. This is you here, I believe, Sanita143, right?
Yes,
Awesome. Well, it looks like you're actually getting some decent support. That's good.
yes.
Let's pull up your video.
Hello, friends. How are you all? As you can see,
Ah.
I'm sitting alone in my room. My nephew is.
Well, like you're saying, it's always a challenge. Video production, and this is what the DTube Snap is all about. How to start, and then the first steps to leveling up. Once you get past the beginning stages of video production, video creation, recording, you get a feel for what you're doing. It just, if you're into it, it takes off. If it's not your thing, then it might not be what you do. You might enjoy blogging more, writing posts. Who knows? Point being, I hope the DTube Snap to kind of be like a end all be all of everything to help you get started. So like right off the bat, one thing that I would say is start recording horizontal. Hold your phone at an angle. I'll pull it up on camera so you could get a good view of what I'm talking about. But I noticed in that last video, you're recording this way, and it's the natural way to hold your phone, right?
Right.
But if
Yes.
you turn your phone on
Okay.
edge, it will
Okay.
capture in what's called landscape mode.
All
Horizontal,
right.
that is called portrait. Think of
Okay. And
taking a
vertical.
picture of yourself, right? But horizontal, then you will fill the whole screen, right? So if you look at the actual screen on DTube, when you record horizontal like that, it fills the whole screen rather than a small screen. So then when you view it, it will look really good on everybody's monitors and whatnot. And also, so
Okay.
some people when they tilt their phone, they want the full screen so they could see everything that's going on. But currently, if you do it that way, when people tilt their phone to watch it, it'll still just show a small bar of your video in the middle.
Yes.
But yeah, just minor things to think of when you're, but I hope to include and have help from other people to help me include the resources people need to understand how to sit down and think of like your production, everything start to finish. Like when I think of this show, I got up, I organized my computer, right? That's step one. Mise en place, I know it as from cooking. Get your shit in order is basically what it means. I set up my streaming rig, started playing music. Then I went and I started thinking about what I want to say, what we're going to talk about, that kind of idea. All the steps you need to start leveling up your content. Thinking beforehand, you know, I have my shot set up beforehand. That's all set up. I don't have to think about holding a camera. Minor things make a big difference in the overall production, and you start with one thing at a time. So if you start with the horizontal mode, you nail that, you're like, okay, I'm doing that all the time, I'm doing horizontal mode. Then you start thinking about maybe propping your phone up, right? So then you're like, I'm going to record something over that way, or so I could show you the screen a little bit. I'm going to record behind me. So you set your phone up, pointing over there, and go sit down in your nice little area, close enough that it can record you or record your nephew, whatever you're wanting to share. But then the screen people are looking at isn't moving around. Because that's, like my father, he can't watch a non-stationary video. He actually can't watch it. It makes him motion sick. He has to watch a stationary video. He could watch movies and whatnot, but that's because the camera tends to move in a smooth manner. But if it's a video where it's super actiony and shaky, you know, like the guy running with the camera on his shoulder kind of effect, running along, he'll get motion sick from that. So having a stationary shot could go a long way to increasing what you are trying to project. But that requires thinking a little bit beforehand what you're going to try say or do or record, right? But yeah, just that one step that'll really bring up, because you'll see so much more, right? So it's like the best example I could give you, if I just pull it through to a different scene here. All right. So as an example, you could only see one small little section of video. On horizontal mode, you'd be able to most likely see the entire wall. So if you're going to do singing, let's say you want to do singing or talking, but you don't want to be on the camera, go put the camera up to your window and record outside. Give us a view. You know, give us a view. Record an animal while you talk. You know, as you've done, you could record your nephew. But that's then, that'll be that step that helps you get comfortable talking on camera. Once you're comfortable talking, then you take and you flip that camera around and you start recording yourself while you're talking. Right? It's all little steps to get to the goal.
Actually, I already shot in one video with my nephew, but today, whatever you teach me, I will definitely follow this from my next videos so that I can improve. Thank you so very much, Duki, for helping me, because as I told you, I'm not at all knowledgeable about video shoot, and as you know that I'm a blogger and I can write, but I can't I can't speak on camera, so I'm not at all comfortable with that. So thank you so very much, because technical as a point of view, technically I'm not at all ever about how it would be look nice if I'll a simple thing, but I just learned today from you that if I'll just keep my mobile horizontally, then it will be look good if I'll shoot video. That small things, but yes, it's very helpful for me.
Yeah, and it's
Next time I'll definitely do that.
yeah, good. It's things that we all learn by trial and error. Usually, you know, a lot of people don't tell the little tips and tricks outright to most people. We learn by trial and error, usually mimicry of other people. But yeah, you know, I started just like you did. You know, I could probably go back and find my very first video, and I tried to edit it, make it all fancy, and it isn't much better than any of your guys' first videos.
To be very honest, I also don't know how to edit a video.
Anime laughing because I can imagine he's thinking of his first video.
I still have it up, but I'm so ashamed of it. And
you should drop us a link.
The first one, like the first 20. I'll send you a link. It's pretty horrific.
Let's see if I could get DTube to scroll all the way back in time on my account. Let's see. Sometimes it will, sometimes the nodes won't let it go back far enough. I only got to go back like 3 years. So there's a year. There's 2 years. Oh, that's the beginning of the sharing. That'll probably be... That'll be the first post that it lets me bring up. So I'd have to go back to Steam. That's funny. That was a test video I did when the DTC mainnet just launched. That was the very first post I did, testing the third-party share option to see if you could share other people's content. First thing I did, see if you could rip other people's content. Oh, okay, there's animes.
How can I edit, Duki, how can I edit my video if I would like to cut off something or I can edit something? How can I do that?
Well, that's pretty simple. Hello, Zahid. He's not in chat, but hello, Zahid. To do editing on mobile, it's pretty simple. It depends on what device you have. There's a vast array of apps available on Android. On iOS, you could use the built-in app, iMovie. Are you on Android or... You use iMovie?
What is the name? Okay, I don't know, but I am just asking you. If you'll just guide me, then I can download it and next time I'll try it. Because sometimes it is necessary to cut the portion or edit some of the portion. That is.
Yeah. Depending on your device, there actually should be a very basic cut and edit built right into the Photos app. You could do it right on iOS. Just click edit.
iOS. Okay.
Well, that's an Apple phone, iOS. That's what that is. What kind of device do you have?
Yeah, my device name is Oppo Reno 2.
So it's a Google?
Yeah.
A Google phone? Okay, so Android, you would want to, I think, you could just go into your photos, find your video, and then click edit. And it should actually... It should have a little bar. I'll bring myself up.
Yeah,
a little bar that allows you.
Yes, but
you should be able to pull the ends in on the bar. So like, you'll have your image on the top usually, and below it'll be your timeline. And then on either end of the timeline, there should be like little scrubbers. So you could, and that's how you do
Yes,
very
you're right.
basic.
But
And then if you're wanting to do something a little bit more advanced, let me see if I could find a link for you. I'll have to be on this browser. Actually go to the I Am Alive on Hive challenge community. They had a resource already started that I believe had a link to Android.
And by the way, enemy, where are you belong from? May I know?
You cut. I think anime is in Belgium.
Belgium.
Yep, I am. Ah, sorry. Was talking to me?
Yes, I believe your name is
I'm
enemy.
sorry. I'm multitasking here because I'm working on the. Sorry.
Okay. No problem.
So yeah,
No problem.
live in Belgium.
Okay. And I'm from India.
Well, that's a far away actually.
Yes.
Actually, the other side of the world from.
Please come once if you like to visit India. Come once during the month of October, because you just know that in India is a huge festival called Durga Puja, which we celebrate, and it's a big festival for us.
Isn't not the one that you like throw like colors on each other?
No colors. That's called Holi. That will come on the month of March, and yes, that's we have said so many festivals, but yes, Durga Puja is the biggest festival in India. In the month of October, we celebrate it. If you'll search in Google or anything, you will find out that how we celebrate this festival. And yes, uh, whenever we will visit India, there are so many things you can see in India, that like Taj Mahal, and in Agra, it's eighth wonder of the world. Uh, so
You know
many
what I
things.
do like a lot about India?
Pardon?
Do you know what I very much like about India?
What?
It's actually a person. It's a person that I really much like. It's Mahatma Gandhi.
Right. Yes.
I really like Mahatma Gandhi.
Father of the nation. Yes, yes, we called him father of the nation.
I wish more people were like him.
Right, absolutely right. Non-violence.
I try.
Everybody should try.
I'm a one-man army in that regard. I mean,
nay, actually, nowadays we all are busy in rat race.
One-man army of peace. Does that count? So here is Anime's video. I'll pause my other music. I don't think it was really loud enough to hear anyways, but let's watch his very...
Don't show that. No, don't show. No.
He's screaming, no.
I can hear you guys. I'm out.
I gotta bring it up in the other browser.
No, I believe it would be much more better than my one. So
it's
no
10
problem.
years ago.
Oh, 10 years! My God, you are on DTube from the last 10 years.
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay.
I'll bring it up full screen. We actually got 117 likes, only 8 downvotes. That's pretty good. 23,000 views.
Movie maker effect.
What was that?
I was made with Windows Movie Maker.
Really?
Yeah. Or Windows XP, man. It was like really,
It's actually not that bad. I mean, it has a flow.
Yes, that is exactly I wanted to say that not that bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
No, not at all, enemy. It's not bad at all.
Well, it's not the same style as what you do now, but in an actual, like, you know, yeah, you're kind of ripped an anime, but from what I saw, you didn't have like a bad cut from one scene to the other. It's more about the music.
Yeah. Music is kind of also cut, and then, you know, it was like the beginning of, like, I was kind of hesitating between music editing and video editing. So I didn't know which one I was going to choose. So I was doing a bit of both, just like testing out and stuff. And then I came to the conclusion that I want to do both, actually. So I started mixing and video editing at the same time.
That is a real pain in the butt there, buddy. I can only really imagine your process. I can't really imagine doing it.
I mean,
I'm a vlogger.
Let's say it like this. There was, in the beginning, especially in the beginning of internet, like 10 years ago and a bit earlier, people weren't like, because of anonymity, people were like, they straight up told you, you know, you shouldn't do this, go kill yourself, you know, horrible stuff. But in the end, I think that people should focus on their dreams, and then, you know, give a big middle finger to all the people that like put you down, because right now you might think, yeah, what you're doing might be crap, but you're preparing yourself for like an adventure, say it like that. And even though that there are like people bringing you down, if you take that energy and you like throw it back at you in like, you put the negativity and you like convert it to positivity and you execute it like art.
You transmute the energy into something constructive.
Yep.
I was basically talking about that in my last video. How
I know.
Trying to apply myself. I just want to bring this up because I want to highlight my quick editing. First attempt at ever doing quick editing, so I'm like cutting all the still silent area. The idea is to be a complete challenge guide to the DTube Snap, DTube walkthroughs with video tutorials and creation resources. This is finally the post that I've been rating. You can't even tell that I had like 6 cuts in there. I nailed it with the audio. Super stoked about that.
But your background just sounds...
What's
is
that?
it something like you made like now, or is that something that you made a long time ago?
I have a film stocks license. So let me see if I can bring it up. Oh, that's not it. What is it? Video stock? I don't know. I got a license for something or other. It's through Wondershare. If I load the app, it'll load for me. There we go. This is where I get most of my music from. They're not even going to list their film stock. There it is, film stock. That's where I get the most of everything I use with my wonderful license that allows me 20 downloads of premium per month.
But you're not the owner of that content.
Nope.
Which means that if you lose your license, everything what you did isn't yours anymore.
That doesn't matter on DTube.
Yeah, on DTube it doesn't. Actually, you're right.
I'm only using YouTube to promote what we're doing elsewhere and try educate the world that YouTube's going down. It's going to crash and burn probably in the next 5 years.
You know what I did? I just a few days ago I just went to my old Facebook group and I dropped like a big one. I said people, I'm over on Discord, F YouTube, and come over to DTube. Yo. People are like, what?
Right on.
Hey, he's back. No, he's not. He's gone again.
I'm here to tell you where you can find me if you care to. Peace. See you there.
Bye. Fuck YouTube. Fuck Facebook.
No,
honestly, if the day that DTube has 1080p, for
good night, Shumo. Shimu. Good night, Shimu.
Good night, Shimu. The day that
just
that
dropped
happens,
out.
I'm completely off. I'm gonna say to YouTube, to the people from YouTube, listen, you want to have the newest ones, come over to DTube, and then maybe I'll post it to YouTube, and then fuck you. It's gonna be like that.
It's I've only really ever been using other platforms for promotion of what I'm doing, mainly started with Steam, and then it was Smoke and Whale Shares and Steam, and then Hive, and now DTube having its own chain, because prior I kind of associated DTube to Steam. Now it's kind of its own thing. Yeah, it's been interesting. Now, I kind of started talking about it earlier, how I'm involved with Sapien.network, and that they seem to have addressed the other side of freedom of speech, the freedom of consumption, that you shouldn't be force-fed anything that you don't want to consume. How, I feel as if that is a fundamental topic that'll be addressed over the next couple of years, and that tools like we have with DTube and whatnot will be the things that help facilitate the conversation. But I wonder if maybe there's a way we can encourage this conversation a bit more from inside, like you're saying, going into groups and whatnot and promoting. But I think it'll first require that easy tool of sign up. Getting back to that easy tool. The number one hurdle is education. Anyways, I think that'll probably be it for today, guys. I'll turn on a bit of background music and we could chat for a minute. And Yeah. Well, if I could find my music, I closed it. Damn it. Alrighty, if there's anybody still watching on the live streams, do feel free to join us in the OneLoveDTube Discord from the heart. We're still chatting, going to listen to some tunes, probably me and anime bullshit for a little while. He tends to keep me preoccupied. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Especially Sunita, sticking with us right to the end, saying she's going to level up her content creation.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear.
Follow your dreams.
That's exactly
Thank
it.
you.
Peace,
Yes,
guys.
actually, I actually live alone. My parents passed away, so yes, I'm fighting and surviving myself each and every moment. So yes, and
All the
thank
power
you
to
so
ya.
very much.
You're welcome.
It was a great, fun, good time. Okay, stay blessed and safe.
For sure, my dear.
Thank
You as
you.
well.
Thank you.
Bye.
Peace out.